became involved in this investigation after reviewing the financial records of the park.
Yes, I was.
And these financial records were given to you by Haley Floyd.
Yes, they were, and Mr. Longstreet as well.
And this pertained to Rock the World.
Yes, this is the financial statements of the entire park.
You've always believed Rock the World to be a little bit more than shady, haven't you?
Well, I wasn't sure. I always knew the park had its own thing going on.
But there have been frequent police reports there. Police have often had to come to the park.
It was usually for teenagers doing their thing. That's regular for an amusement park. It's not unusual.
After reviewing the financial records, you believe that there was an issue with the accounting or the sales at Rock the World.
Yes.
When you brought this to the attention of Haley Floyd, the park accountant, she assured you that it had to be the sales side, didn't she?
Well, I drew my own conclusion and realized that there was something going on in the ticket booth itself.
You suggested that the usual ticket taker should be replaced, didn't you?
Yes, because if something's coming out of the ticket booth, it would make sense to get rid of the variable and find out exactly what was going on.
So Haley Floyd replaced Cameron Poole.
Yes.
And only after Haley Floyd was working in the ticket booth did the revenue go up.
Well, everything seemed to balance that. It was consistent with the previous years.
I'd just like to clarify, at no point in 2012 did Whit Bowman ever work in the ticket booth.
No, Whit Bowman didn't work at all in 2012 in the ticket booth.
I'd like to talk about what you saw on August 30th. You were outside the ticket booth when you heard Haley Floyd scream.
Yes, I was actually in a meeting with the owner and CEO, J.C. Longstreet, when I heard the screams.
You walked out and you saw Cameron Poole running in the Tunnel of Terror.
Yes, he was heading towards the Tunnel of Terror, being closely followed by a security guard.
You actually pursued him yourself, didn't you?
Yes, I was a little bit further behind, but I could see them running ahead.
Exactly, you could see him clear as day, couldn't you?
Couldn't be sure, but I could see them through the crowd. There was the security guard and Cameron Poole.
But at no point during your pursuit did you ever see a knife in either of his hands.
I was further back, as I said. I yelled for them to stop, but neither of them did.
In fact, you never saw Whit Bowman give Cameron Poole a knife, did you?
I was only at the park on the 30th to see how the ticket booth was operating.
You never saw a knife at all on August 30th, did you?
No, I did not.
And you never recovered a knife during the course of your investigation?
No, we weren't able to find anything else.
And you never even saw Whit Bowman or Cameron Poole together on the 30th, did you?
Besides when they were in the Tunnel of Terror, I didn't see them together, no.
I'd like to take a step back. You actually have a prior relationship with Rock the World. You used to work there?
Yes, I did, as a security guard.
Mr. Longstreet actually gave you that job, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And Winston Thomas actually helped you get that job.
Yeah, he's a friend. He actually used to work in the police force with my father.
He told J.C. Longstreet that you were trained to become a police officer.
Yes, I was going through for school before my mother went out.
And as soon as J.C. Longstreet heard that, he hired you on the spot.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't want a potential police officer working at the park for them?
In fact, do you believe that you owe J.C. Longstreet so much?
Yes, well, when my mother fell ill, I couldn't just leave to go to police school. I had to wait around the town and take care of my mom, so he was good with that.
In fact, you performed this unofficial investigation as a favor.
Well, I had some other cases going on at the time, but when I was free, yes, I came up and checked out the park.
J.C. Longstreet actually specifically asked for you to only look for red flags that could raise eyebrows during an audit.
Well, Mr. Longstreet isn't exactly the best with numbers. That's part of the reason why I hired Haley Floyd in the first place. So he wanted me to make sure that everything was on the up and up.
And even though, because this was an informal investigation, you never submitted any of the financial documents to the forensic accountant at your department, did you?
I didn't submit them until I filed a complete police report, which I found after I realized what was going on with the ticket sales.
Is it your statement that you submitted the financial reports to a forensic accountant at your department?
No, I apologize. I submitted an official report once I realized what was going on.
But just to be clear, you never submitted the financial records that you were given from Haley Floyd to the forensic accountant at your department?
No, I did not.
And you decided to do this because this whole investigation was a favor to J.C. Longstreet?
Well, I work in the financial crimes unit, so I figured I would know what I'm doing in an official accounting investigation.
And you did this because it was a favor, isn't that true?
Yes, I wanted to help out Mr. Longstreet.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Any redirect? No redirect, Your Honor. We ask that Officer Kimball be excused. You may. And let's take Blair, can I know what time it is?
About 5 to 25 after.
All right, 10-minute break, sound good?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you tired? I can't decide if I'm emotional or heated. I honestly can't.
Why do you have a British accent, person with a Scottish accent?
I mean, after they got over the first pocket, I thought she was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was at the first pocket.
the problem is I kind of stopped at the stage of the first pocket.
Okay, what the fuck was up with that conclusion? Did you see that they made a conclusion? Was I making the right calls?
Yeah, I mean, so far as I could tell.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have made approximately the same calls, I feel like.
I even tried to help, but those arguments.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
oh, that was just the most improper conclusion I've ever heard. That's just the worst.
That whole thing is...
The thing is, both of these teams are better than the teams we saw, and that one was better, so, you know.
I
I
do
don't know
as
how that
often as
happens.
Harry fights Voldemort. Harry only fights
Fights Voldemort
Voldemort once a year! And not even in the third one.
And
Or
sort
the
of, not in
sixth one.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he's there, but Harry doesn't fight him.
Well, I think that counts because he's there.
But he's there, but Dumbledore fights, not Harry. Harry just runs away. Harry, he fights them. He
Harry
fights them.
always fucking runs away.
He fights
Such
them
a
down.
puss. That's why Hermione is the best character.
You're so black, bitch.
I was hoping to lie.
Dexter is.
Let me do my own lie. Let me do my soul. Is his screensaver his name?
Judge Michael K. Astrab.
I love it.
Astrab.
I bet it's a Strabe.
Probably. The escape route point was great.
Yeah, that was a good part. Got lost in all the other heinous horse shit.
I liked it.
But it was fun.
It's not enough to make up for it.
I mean, that's mostly what I mean. Like Christ on the cross, so much of that was so heinous.
I was trying so hard.
I could tell.
I don't know what school they are, but I've hit the prosecution
Northwood.
before. What?
Northwood. Porquería la bandera. Lois isn't here, or I would be asking her now. If I see Delois tomorrow, I'll ask her.
Their mail's better than
Their opener sucks.
I like their opener.
Her speech was good. I didn't like her cross.
It was so good.
I don't know. I don't know if my marks are low enough in that first round.
My note for Hermione was, you are crazy, and I can't decide if you're credible or not. I'm leaning towards not. Great storytelling, though.
I almost wrote on my paper, on the ballot, Harry only fights Voldemort once a year. What the fuck? I guess a Scottish accent is technically a British accent.
But not when it's not Scottish half the time. It is English and sometimes maybe Australian.
I thought I heard Australian in it. Yes! Yeah, I thought I heard a touch of Australian in there.
It was just in the beginning. And then it went into British and English, and then it went to Scottish, and then kind of bounced back between English and Scottish. Has it been 10 minutes? It's been close to 10 minutes.
That's what
You okay?
What?
Your eyes?
Just tired.
Yeah. They're on the side.
Don't let them steal my ballot.
Don't worry. I got you.
Come the day and come the hour.
You may be seated. Lieutenant, so are you ready to call your first witness?
Yes, Your Honor, this time is Vince Paul Charles